beautiful people, and welcome to another Tea Time Talk. So, since today is officially Halloween and we are in the spooky season, I figured we should talk a little bit about some, spooky, scary topics like the friend zone, some of my personal pet peeves, and since Halloween is kind of centered around disguises, I wanted to talk a little bit about authenticity, being our truer best selves, and also some recommended movies you can watch tonight. As always, we're going to kick off this episode thinking about what we're grateful for and looking forward to today. For me, I'm actually grateful for the rain today. I know everybody hates the rain, yada yada yada, and it's valid. I see all the points. However, I don't know, I'm always just in such a good mood when it's raining, and I just love it. So I have absolutely no valid reasoning for it, but I just do. And one thing I'm looking forward to is the weekend, because I just need a break, This week has been pretty busy, and the work is just piling up this time of year. It's actually kind of crazy how close we are to the end of the semester. But before we get into some topics, I figured I would answer a question one of you guys sent in, just asking about my personal pet peeves. So just to list off a few, people who chew with their mouth open, people who refer to themselves in the third person, the sound of a fork when it scrapes against a plate, people who don't hold the door open for other people, and I guess people who are just plain rude because honestly, it's just, unnecessary. So that's pretty much all I can think of right now as far as pet peeves. For the most part, I'd say I'm pretty good at not letting too many things bother me. Now, on to our next topic, a very spooky, scary topic, the friend zone. So, unpopular opinion, I happen to love the friend zone. The friend zone is my favorite place right now. Please put me in there. That's where I want to be. But on a real note, I genuinely do enjoy making friends and getting to know people. Friendships, I just think are so special and can last lifetimes longer than any relationship. And I also think the best relationships are the ones that start out as friendships and just kind of happen naturally. So let me rephrase that. I don't love the friend zone, but I love, a temporary friend zone, an initial friend zone. But I know that once you get stuck in that friend zone, it could be really hard to get out of, so I'm going to try and give some tips for helping you get from the friend zone to, the love zone. And of course, it's not going to work for every situation, because as hard as it is to accept, sometimes despite how much you like someone or how great you are, sometimes people just aren't meant for you in that way, and you can't force someone to want to be with you in that way, and you shouldn't have to. It could also be a matter of timing, sometimes I think it could be the right person but the wrong time. You can do all you can, but at a certain point, it's like if it's meant to be, it's just gonna be. You might really want this person, but if it doesn't work out, I think that's for a reason, and I think that down the line, you're gonna find someone that's even better suited for you. Sometimes things don't turn out the way we want, but they might turn out better than we could have expected. So how do you go about getting out of the friend zone? I think a good first step could be to kind of test the waters a bit, Be a little flirty, be a little touchy, maybe give them a kiss on the cheek or something and compliment them, just being flirty in a way that's nice and not too obvious, but still testing the chemistry and testing, to see how they respond to it. At the end of the day, just be yourself, be confident, have your own things going on, don't be at their beck and call all the time, stay a little busy, let them miss you a bit. And I know it's really scary to put yourself out there and say exactly how you feel to this person, but if you've tried everything else and you're still tormented by this crush, I think you should just be honest with them. They're your friend, they're not going to be mean to you, they're still going to be in your life, they obviously care about you, but I think at a certain point you just need to be honest about how you feel, because you need that clarity to know whether to grow in that relationship and realize your feelings for each other, or to move on from that crush, because the obsessing and the longing for this person is going to drive you crazy if you don't have clarity on how they feel about it too. I think being friend zoned, it's not a permanent thing. Think, Jim and Pam from The Office. That started out as a friend zone. It's something you could try to come out of by expressing how you feel in some way, either subtly or coming out with it straightforward. Or you can learn to accept it and make friends with your friend zone. I think that you just have to be confident in yourself and in your worth no matter what happens. So how do you know if you've been friend zoned? So the most obvious indicator would be if they call you like bro or homie or like introduce you to other people as their friend, but I know that sometimes it's not always that obvious, so some subtle hints, I guess, that they might only see you as a friend could be if they try to set you up with other people, if you don't hang out one-on-one often, and really if they've just never made any kind of move. Because I feel like even really shy people will make some kind of effort or will make it known in some way that they like you. And I feel like, I'm pretty oblivious when it comes to guys liking me. A lot of times I'll be like, oh, they're just being nice, and then my friends are like, are you serious? But I also do this thing where as soon as I think a guy likes me, I immediately freak out and push them away. I'm always like, oh, like, why don't guys like me? And then a guy likes me, and then I'm like, no, gotta go. I don't know if anyone else is like that or if it's just me, but going back to my point, I think for the most part, if someone likes you, they're gonna make it known. They're gonna make it clear to you in some way. They're gonna be putting in more effort to be around you or to talk to you. Like, they're gonna put in more effort than just a friend would. So looking at the other end of this equation, how do you friend zone someone you think might like you in a nice way that won't ruin the friendship? Honestly, the easiest way, I think, is just compliment them, but in a way that's still expressing that you only see them as a friend. Like saying something like, oh, like, I really value our friendship, or you're a really great friend, or even, like, simple as, I love you, bro, love you, bestie, and they'll get the message, trust me. And at the end of the day, maybe the friend zone isn't the worst place to be. You have someone in your life that really cares about you, that you care about too. It might not be in the way you want them to care about you, but they do, and that doesn't diminish how special that relationship is or how lucky you are to have that. Things aren't always as bad or as scary as you might think they are. It's like on Halloween, we watch scary movies or go to haunted houses, and we become okay with being scared and seek out situations where we're kind of forced out of our comfort zone. We realize that not everything is as scary as we once thought, and that we can embrace fear instead of letting it stop us. So maybe we could all learn a little something from this spooky season and practice some of these things not just on Halloween. So if you're listening to this right now, I want you to do something brave today. One thing. It could be big, it could be small. Just do that thing that you've been wanting to do but may have been too nervous or too scared to actually do it. Be brave. Because I think we waste so much time worrying about the opinions of others and letting that stop us from doing what we really want or being who we really are, unfiltered. We might not do something embarrassing or silly or follow a passion or say what we really feel because we're scared of what people are going to think, and in a way we all wear a mask, not just on Halloween. But we should feel free to just be our most authentic selves and embrace what makes us special or different and own what makes us happy and own what makes us who we are. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big people pleaser. Ew! Yeah, I know, I just always have been, and it's just so hard not to be, but I've been really working on that lately, realizing that in some aspects it's okay, healthy even, to be selfish and put myself first, to not be afraid of embarrassing yourself, to do whatever feels right to you, owning your quirks, owning your likes, your dislikes, your mess-ups, your passions, just recognizing your worth. Because people are going to judge you no matter what you do, so you might as well just do whatever makes you happy, and follow what your own gut tells you is right for you. Save the mask for Halloween, and just be yourself. And last but not least, someone asked me what my favorite Halloween movies are, so if you're planning a little Halloween movie night, tonight or this weekend, I would recommend, if you want something a little more on the scary side, any of the Halloween movies, Scream movies, The Shining's a classic, Terrifier on Netflix was, terrifying. And if you want something a little more nostalgic and a little less scary, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, Edward Scissorhands, Casper, Addams Family, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Beetlejuice are a few of my favorites this time of year. And if you want to watch something funny, I love all the scary movies. And I think that's it for the episode today. So I hope you enjoyed, and tune in next time for another Tea Time Talk. Happy Halloween and happy sipping.